Thank you so much for having me. It's indeed an honor to be in your space, and on a very short notice, by the way. Um, so this is a series by Comedy Skit Awards, and it is called my Comedy Skit Journey.
Okay.
You know, in South Africa, we call it Journey, but
Journey.
you know.
Hello, my SA people.
You know, as a Nigerian, it is Johnny.
Johnny,
You know.
yeah.
So the purpose of that series is to be able to engage with content creators, specifically those that are doing comedy skits, and try to get to know the person behind the craft or the creativity, because in most cases what we've seen is, you know, the content of the creators, but we would love to know more about the person. So I guess the great way to start is, first of all, let me congratulate you on your wedding.
Thank you
You
very
know,
much.
and I believe it's great to be married, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very fantastic feeling, and I mean, it's been a long time coming. She's my college how did they say it? College lover. Yeah, started from college. I've always wanted a love story like that. You know? Start from college, you graduate together, and yeah, it's a very good blueprint for a very fantastic love story. So it's been a lot of experience for us, and which we'll have a lot of stories to tell our kids. So yeah, it's been an amazing experience.
Congratulations once
Thank
again.
you very much.
So, comedy skits journey.
Okay.
Before we get into how you got into comedy skits and all of that, share with us, you know, your background, where you were born, how you grew up, you know, the year and the location, your primary school, you know, and some of the things, you know, that kind of, if there are any, some of the things that shaped you as a great exert to the person you are now as a great content creator.
Okay. First of all, I'll start with my name. My name's Dr. Emmanuel Ogonna Iweke. I'm the third child of 5 kids. So apparently, I basically have 4 siblings, 4 boys and a girl. The girl is the last, and my father is Chief Uchenna Godwin Iweke. My mom, Mrs. Grace Uche Iweke. My dad is from Imo State, Mbano, Amuzari local government. My mom is from Edo State, Auchi, Opepe local government. My dad is Igbo, my mom is from Edo State. So a lot of people don't know. They always argue if I'm Igbo or, but I like to be addressed as a Nigerian. I don't like being placed in any, not like, I mean, that's where I'm from, that's my origin, but when describing me, you should just say he's a Nigerian, but this is where he's from, this is where he's from.
And if we take it further, an African.
Exactly, because a lot of people like, they like describing someone's behavior, characteristics based on where he's from.
True.
And I like to deviate from that, so just see me as a Nigerian. So I grew up in Kano, but I was born in Imo State. There was riot during when I was born in Kano. So my mom was pregnant with me while running for her life. So with my dad, so they ran to the village, and that was when I was born. I was born in Aladima Hospital in Imo State, Mbano. And after a year or 2, we moved back to Kano. So everyone who knows, who has lived in the north, can tell of how much, how will I put it, how much drama happens there. I would like to use drama. There's always riot, there's always fighting. They fight for anything.
Yeah. If it's not religious, it's political, or, you know,
so we don't
ethnic.
Exactly. We don't even know where it is.
Or the other.
Sometimes we don't know the origin. We just see people fighting, people killing people. So the one that happened when I was born was very, very serious. So I was born December 24th, 1991. And then I moved to Kano. So Kano, I lived in Sabongeri, Kano. And anyone who knows Kano will know Sabongeri is the ghetto of Kano. It's like a small location that was given to, well, I say was given, but people who settled there are mostly Christians. So Igbo, Yoruba, you know.
Yeah, I see why that name is popular. I've heard it a lot.
Yeah, Sabongeri is, so it was just a small settlement. So sometimes we don't even know what happened outside that. So it was a big community. I literally knew all the streets by heart because I trekked a lot in that area. So I grew up I won't say I had the best, but my parents were able to provide in their own capacity what was enough. And growing up for some years, my dad had to travel out of the country to look for greener pastures. So during that period, I grew up with my mom and my three. Then we were just four because my kid sister came in 1999. So we're just four, and it wasn't easy for my mom raising four boys. So we had the opportunity to be out there because she still has to work to provide. So that period when she was working, we were just at home. Yeah. After school, we come back home. I remember growing up, we used to enter a bike, the four of us. So me and my kid brother would sit in front of the bike with the bike man. Then my two other brothers would be at the back. We'll go to school. So I grew up knowing violence. As a kid, I saw someone being burnt on the street. As a child.
Alive?
Yes. As a child, I experienced a lot of jungle justice, and that was the point I knew I'm not supposed to be here. Because if you ask my mom, I'm not a violent person. I avoid fights, I avoid drama, and that's been me till today. I avoid controversies, I avoid anything that would make me a terrible person. Because you know, not everyone you ask, are you a nice person, that can gladly say yes I am. Some people will contemplate, am I really nice? But when you ask me that question, I will say yes, not because I'm the nicest person, but because I know I put in effort to be nice. Sometimes some people get on my nerve.
Oh, sure.
I just control it, and you know, what you say is the nice me. Not saying I'm pretending, but I avoid drama.
You avoid controversies.
I have so many scars on my back, on my body. I have a big one on my back that nearly cost my life. I have one in my private parts when I was trying to jump the fence, and then the iron held to my shorts, and when I was pulled down. So I've had like 3 major or 4 major surgeries in my life. So I have so many scars. I think one time I took my time to count it. It was more than 100 scars, different scars. So I grew up knowing violence, and I've avoided it all my life. So growing up in that kind of environment, you know, I wanted more. I wanted better for myself. You know, as a child, you being open to join. You know, then in the community we had people. We had cultists.
Yes.
We had people forming gangs where they fight. But I was never caught in any. Not that I was not. There was influence. There was pressure. There was everything. But I knew that was not me. That was not me. So
your primary school was in Kano?
Yeah, my primary school was in Kano. I went to. Growing up, my mom would tell you they expelled me a couple of times, not because I wasn't smart, but because I was a trouble child. So I always fight my bullies.
Okay.
So I always had my way to fight. I never reported home that this person was I took justice. I gave justice by myself.
Yeah.
So I won't fight you, but it's either I put a nail on your seat. So I did some crazy stuff as a child, but that was not me. But that was
you defending yourself.
Defending myself, because I had one time 3 boys Then I was in nursery 2 or primary 1. 3 boys came to me, brought scissors and razor, cut my belt, cut holes in my shorts.
This age 6, 7, thereabout?
Cut my school bag. And when I went home, my mom punished me for that. I didn't tell her it was somebody else that did it because I was a stubborn child, so she might not believe me. But the next day I went to school, I had my revenge. Small. So I was that kind of child. So anytime my mom gets called to my school, she was just sigh, knowing that it's either they're expelling me or they're complaining. So I went to like maybe 4, 5, 6 primary school till I graduated. Then secondary school I went to like 2, 3. I think the first one was supposed to be a boarding school, but when I went there and I saw it, I left. I didn't even do up to a year. I think just maybe one term, and I left. Then I had to repeat that class, so I did just 1 to 3 in Ahmadiyya Secondary School.
Where?
In Kano.
Oh, okay, still in Kano.
So Ahmadiyya Secondary School was a Muslim school, so I was doing Islamic religious studies, so I know how to pray like a Muslim. I know how to relate.
Do you speak Hausa?
I speak Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, I hear a bit, so I speak like the 3 main languages in Nigeria.
I see why you like to be a Nigerian as opposed to,
So, I left Ahmadiyya because of the rioting then. I think they got into our school, they killed some students. So I went to St. Thomas Secondary. I joined St. Thomas in SS1, and that was where I graduated. So after graduation, I applied to ABU Zaria and another school. ABU didn't give me medicine because I wanted to study medicine. My parents wanted me to study computer science. Not like wanted that was what I love doing. I love technology. I love the internet. Then I could do free browsing on your phone. I could fix your phone. I could do a lot.
So you've been tech savvy.
Yeah, we had Symbian phones then.
Oh yeah.
And the rest, BlackBerry. So my parents saw I was good in that field, so they wanted me to do that. You could bring a new laptop to me, I would fix it, put all the necessary applications.
Software, if it requires an hardware replace, you do that.
I could like open your laptop and find where the problem is. So I had that. So they wanted me to do that because maybe it was cheaper and it was easier to get admission. But I wanted medicine. And why I wanted medicine was, I think one time when I was in primary school, my best friend then, he died. I think he was asthmatic. So I was like, if I had the power, I could have treated him. I think that was one of the push I had then for medicine. And it evolved over time. So I was a smart kid. So that was one thing my mom loved about me. Despite me being stubborn. Even sometimes the principals want to expel me, but they were like, he's such a good kid. Like, can't you teach him? Can't you do? My mom was the only one then, so there's so much she could do. 4 boys. So after St. Thomas, ABU Zaria gave me another course. So Nigeria, they would advise you just be doing the course. Maybe you might change.
Oh yeah.
I did that. There was no change.
What course was that?
I was doing I applied for medicine. They gave me agricultural science. I don't know how.
So far
from medicine, human being to farmer.
I mean, there's pharmacy there.
They just threw me. They say you are a farmer, you're not a doctor. So I was doing that, learning how to grow cocoyam and the rest. Then the next year I applied for I applied for ABU Zaria and UNIMED, University of Maiduguri. And when I went to Maiduguri, that was when this whole Boko Haram started. It was just like a small riot then. It was just in Maiduguri, and I was like, no.
Which year was this?
This was 2009. Yeah, 2009, 2008-9. Then I got an information that Delta State University was doing one, I don't know if it's a course or a sort of scheme where you can enter without writing post-UME, but it has not been verified or something, but they will soon verify it as you go. So I entered. It was called Commonwealth. I can't remember. So I went there. I was there for 3 months, and I started getting information that they don't plan to verify anything. So just a way to get people in. And then even in that 3 months, I had cultists. Gunshot every night. Going to school, you see obituary of a student.
Too much violence.
So I was like, nah. So that was when one of my dad's friend, who is a Ghanaian but has been living in Nigeria all his life. So he told my dad that his daughter is going to Ghana to school. Ghana has good schools and stuff. So my dad was like, if you can get admission, because your daughter is going to do medicine, my son wants to do medicine too. So we were attending the same church with the man, Good News Bible Church. And I went, that was when I got Ghana. And then I went to Ghana into late 2009-10 or 2010, I can't remember. 2009-10, I think. So I got to Ghana.
Sorry, is Kano home? Is Kano home during all this period?
Yeah. My parents were still living in Kano. Then I went to Ghana. Ghana's school fee was so expensive. I don't know how my parents were able to afford it then, but they saw my passion for medicine. I even got a scholarship. No, it was after Ghana, I remember. Because my WAEC was fantastic. I came out with 6A 3B of 7A 3B. My first jam I got 290 or 320 or so, because I did so many jams, so I can't even place which ones. So I went to Ghana. My school fees then was like up to like $8,000, $7,000 plus hostel and everything. And then I heard that after the first year we do biological science, then the second year you move to the medical school. And out of almost 400 students, they were going to select just 20 or 30 or so. And then maybe inside the 30, 20 will be Ghanaians and 10 will be Nigerians, foreign students. Nigerians were paying so much then in Ghana. And then I felt like Ghana wasn't it for me, because before I left for Ghana, I was already an entrepreneur. I was doing small petty business. I could fix your laptop, fix your phone, I could put music, media in your phone. I was doing that, getting small funds. Sometimes I go to the local market, buy like second-hand used clothes, wash it, fix it, sell it off to my friends in school.
Wow, so you're very entrepreneurial.
Exactly. So I was already doing that. So going to Ghana, I couldn't do that. There was nothing. Ghanaians were not patronizing. The Nigerians there were like rich kids, so they like to buy designers. So there was no other way I could get money to sustain. So I was like, you know what? Before I went to Ghana, one of my friends was going to Ukraine, and he told me that Ukraine is good. I was like, where is Ukraine? I'm not going to Ukraine. Don't worry, I'm going to Ghana. So it was after the first semester in Ghana, I called my friend. I was like, I think I want to come to Ukraine. How do we do it? So my parents sent me my second semester school fees. So I used it, part of it, I applied for Ukraine.
You didn't tell them?
No.
Wow.
Without telling, I used it, applied for Ukraine, came back, got all the whole information about visa. When I came back, I told my parents, I was like, I don't think Ghana is good enough for me. I explained to them, I was like, after the first year, the second year, the school fees will go up to $12,000-$15,000. And I don't want to put you guys in that, because medicine is it's 6 years. So how would you, because I could see, I know their business, I know sometimes I go to the shop, I help them sell, and I know. So I don't want to put them in stress, because I have 4 other siblings. So when I came, my dad was like, if you can get the visa, you can do, because it was uncle.
Which you already gotten?
No, I've not gotten the visa, I've just gotten the admission. So it was the admission that I showed him. It was like, Ghana was easy because your uncle helped us do it, but this one I don't have the, I was like, no problem, I'll do it. So I went to Abuja myself, was able to sort myself. I got the visa, bottom line, and while I was getting the visa, there was one scholarship scheme in Nigeria that for students who have above 5 A's in their WAEC. So they select 5 from each state in Nigeria, top WAEC candidates, and you write, and then they will select, I think, 10 or so. And I was among the people who represented my state, Imo State, and I passed. So I was supposed to be granted the scholarship. But things were in Nigeria. 1 month passed, 2 months passed. I had already gotten the visa for Ukraine.
It's time to go, and
I was like, Dad,
delays.
I was like, Dad, I can't keep waiting for this scholarship. He was like, let's just wait. One of the scholarship, they were also offering Ukraine, Russia, like where I wanted to go was among the countries they were giving me scholarship to. And when I got to Ukraine, that was 2011, 2010, late 2010, 11. Ukraine was a virgin land. When I went there, there was no form of entertainment, no shows, and that's when I had the name MC Craze, because the name Craze Clown came from my teachers and a couple of my friends in high school, because I was a clown. I was crazy. I was in the science.
So there is that
department.
comic aspect
Yes,
of you.
Always. Teachers will ask questions. They know I was gonna say the wrong thing. They might ask me 2x minus y equals to 3. Find x. I was like, see x there. So my teachers were used to me. Not like I don't know it, but I always like to throw one joke. So I think one day I said something, I gave a wrong answer, and my teacher was like, "You're just a crazy clown." And my seatmates started calling me crazy clown.
Crazy clown.
So it's supposed to be crazy clown. So I got to Ukraine, started doing shows. My name was MC Craze.
Sorry, when you got to Ukraine, and obviously you've been admitted to study medicine. Why entertainment? You know,
medicine was
why?
there.
Yeah.
I was doing the medicine, and then I found out I had, because medicine in Nigeria, they make it look like you don't have a life. It's just book. But in Europe there, you have time. Even among our timetable, there's what we call recreational time.
Okay.
Where you can go play any sport. You know, we go for lectures as early as 7, 8. We come back sometime as late as 5, 6. So I have all the evenings to do what, and some days you might not have any course for
classes,
any classes. So I was like, this free time is either I do business but I just came to Ukraine. But I was still doing business by the way.
In Ukraine?
Yes, because I came with some funds that I was able to get while at the embassy. Because while at the embassy, I was able to find someone who sells flight ticket cheap. So I was now helping people buy flight tickets. So I made a couple of money. So when I got to Ukraine, one of my friends that went to India, I hit him up. I was like, what can I import from India? So he told me human hair, I could import clothes, shirts. And when I got to Ukraine, I found out clothes were expensive. So I started bringing in clothes from India.
You were an importer.
You can call importer and exporter. So I was doing that, and the entertainment was helping me sell in the sense that whatever I sell, I will wear them to the club, to my event. People will say, "Oh, where did you buy?" I was like, "Oh, I sell." So that was also helping my business, and I was still going to school. So I think 2012, Yeah, 2012, I found out about this app called Keek, K-E-E-K. It was a video platform. So before then, I was still doing my normal, excuse me, right from high school. I usually I represent the drama, my church, I do drama. So Facebook was from 2007, I was doing videos on Facebook. 2008, I'll use my Nokia phone. Then I didn't even know how to edit, but then there was this feature on Nokia phone where you can be recording, you can pause, and you can continue recording. So I used to do videos like, we'll record, maybe I'm here with somebody, we'll pause it, I'll remove my clothes, and then when we'll continue, my clothes will just for it to look like I disappeared. So you can still check Facebook, you'll still see those content. So I was doing that. So when I saw that video platform, I was like, since I'm doing comedy stand-up in Ukraine, I can I can continue my video making and stuff and to another platform. So I started Keek, and Keek, I got a couple of viral videos and people knew about me, and I moved to Vine. Vine was 6 seconds, I was doing Vine. And then 2013, Instagram started doing videos. So from Keek and Vine, I already knew a couple of content creators like Don't Jealous Me, Chifo B, Oluwa Kaponeski, Foxy P. They were called Komi. They were called Tout Kitchen. I knew Wowo Boys. I knew Sam Takes Off. So most of them were based in
New
US.
content creators don't know these names.
Yeah. So most of them were based in US. One was Don't Jealous Me was based in UK. So I saw that nobody is doing this in Nigeria. So I started doing content that Nigerians could relate to, focusing on Nigerians. So I could say I was one of the pioneers, being that I focused in Nigeria. So I went crazy viral. And then a lot of Nigerians were not on social media then. So the buzz it's not as big as it is now. When you post a video, you get 600. Then Instagram does not do views, so you don't know how many views you're getting. We just quantify it with likes, comments. if you had 10K followers on Instagram, then you were a big boy. So when I started Instagram, my goal was 10K followers. I remember African Ape. He was one of the guys who supported me because he already started doing content on Instagram before I left Kick and Vine and moved to Instagram. So he was telling me, just get to 10K followers and your followers will just be
African Ace.
Yeah, he's African Ace now.
Oh, okay.
But he was African Ape.
Ah.
So he rebranded to Ace, being the whole ape and American racism stuff.
Yeah.
So we're doing shout out for shout out. So he was one of the people that really helped me then. And from then it was history.
Interesting. So, fast track, you are a prolific and a successful content creator, and majorly doing comedy skits. How is that space for you, when it comes to or let me ask the question in this way, what are some of the things that now inspire your content, your comedy skits?
So, one of the best inspiration I've had growing up was my dad. May he rest in peace. He passed away in 2015, which was a big blow for me, career-wise. When you have already made a blueprint of how you want your life to go, and then something of that manner happens, you have to go back to your plan and start afresh, basically. So, my dad and then the environment I grew up in. Don't forget, I said Sabungari. Sabungari was filled with drama. Every day there was a fight, one way or the other. You will see two people fighting. You will see a bike man and a truck pusher fighting. So there was so much drama that growing up, it became fun for me to watch fights. I would just watch. I would just see. So I had so much experience that I put in my content these days. So I would say my dad and growing up was one of my inspiration to make content.
Interesting. You've spoken about how the name, which was Crazy Clown, now Craze Clown, and then Dr. Craze Clown. How did Baba Ade come in?
So, my name was MC Craze, then Craze Clown. Craze Clown, it was supposed to be Crazy Clown. So when I went out to open my Instagram account in 2011, 2012, I tried to use the username Crazy Clown. Somebody already had it. I sent the person message, hey, what's up? Can I get this name? Can you? No reply. So the next available was Craze Clown. And that's how Craze Clown came about. And now that I'm a doctor, I decided it should be Dr. Craze. And Papa Ade is, I would say, that has a bit of my father in it.
Okay.
And generally African parents. So my dad was he's so dramatic. He literally a lot of my content was what I experienced as a child from my dad.
Slaps.
Yes.
Wow.
So the name Ade, because when I started doing Papa Ade content, it wasn't Papa Ade. I was doing content with one boy called a very good friend of mine, like a brother, called Joba, JK Kenny. Okay, he's on Instagram. So he was Toby. So I was initially Papa Toby.
Okay.
So when there was a war in Ukraine 2013-14, he had to move to Canada. And then Ade was my friend then, so his name is Tega. So I was like, just come, you can, I will say you're my second son. So over time, people got used to Ade, and then it became Papa Ade.